There are people ready on Zoom.
On Zoom itself right now there are 6 people. I'm looking on live stream in a second.
Yeah, I just let my friend check.
Yeah.
Who's next? Linneman.
Amazing. Okay, so first, you've done by yourself, right?
Oh, it's like bright and dark.
On 3, 2, stay there. Look at each other. Beautiful, thank you.
Wait. Faith, yeah.
Can Lily and I get with Adina?
Oh, sorry.
The answer is yes, just not now.
On either side, how do you want it?
Either side. Okay. I know he's ready for pushing. Okay. You want us to hold the flowers, Dina?
Yeah.
Okay. Come close to each other. Ready, on 3. Stay there.
Love the camera. Love the camera.
Thank you.
Okay, Letterman.
Hello.
Hang on.
In fact, this is a couple, so you come on the side. Someone put you down. Looking at straight at me. One more.
Let him in.
One, two. Thank you. Okay, next one is? Yeah. All the Letterman sisters. Ani? With Jake.
Why don't you get them to get the same room? Sure. Couple, no? You'll never get any money. Whatever you want.
They're together and they're together.
We can do men and women, whatever you want. Together.
Yeah.
Let's go. Sorry.
No.
Okay, everyone looking at me. 1, 2, there you go.
Say wow. Wow.
Big smiles. And give a wave to the live stream. Hey, both of them. Go crazy.
You ready for a cartwheel?
Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready, steady.
Okay, now I'm pulling spouses out, so just original Letterman. Okay, you're staying on.
What about Jake?
Oh no!
You're going to kick Jake out as well.
When you want our hands, Chibi, we have to all be together. You tell us what you want with our hands.
So you can put your hands on.
No, shoulder. There you go.
Shoulder or
Yeah,
shoulder? There
Sorry.
Unappreciated. You know, your shoulder is like everything.
Get ready on 3, 2. There you go. So there, thank you.
Okay.
Just siblings with Way without everybody?
Without T. Just without T.
Without Jake.
You're a sibling?
Adina.
With us and then without us.
Going to hold the flowers? You're both okay, you ready?
Oh, I can hold on the flowers?
There you go, stay there.
Adina.
Is the Part 2 in there? Which table was that?
Thank you.
If they're ever mucking around, something, guys.
Avi!
So, Adina, your turn.
One at a time.
Just go first.
Shoot. נכון, מצד שני, החלפתם בגדים. Flowers there.
Yeah, once I get them.
Yes. באגן?
Okay, we're good. Who's next?
No, again, do it again with the flowers down. Hold the flowers down. Hold the flowers a bit lower. Lower down, Chibi, flowers lower down there. Oh.
Okay, thank you. Tom.
You go. Go and join Eddie show.
You can both hold the flowers. Squeeze in a bit. Maybe put your hands.
Flowers lower.
Hands around the
Yes.
Lower. Your right arm lower. Your right hand lower.
Oh.
Love it.
There you go. Stay there. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, Alicia and Elia. You guys back? Sorry about that.
אליה, מסכה? לא ביד, אליה, לא ביד. בכיס, בפנים, כמעט.
Yeah. No, Bruce. Yeah, is Mark fine around?
Mark's fine is right there.
Okay, ready? Mark, looking at me for a second. On 3, 2.
I told them the last
Thank you.
Yeah. Where's the camera? בסדר, באתי בשבוע.
כן, כן. Okay, Yoni, you ready?
זהו, כן.
Good? Shira, come on.
צריך לעשות משהו. משהו...
You can hug, like a big hug, yeah?
You give a big hug and Shivi and Garvey Gidon can say...
Now I want thumbs up. Thumbs up. This one.
Okay, now we have Adina, Robert,
Yoni Gidon. Oh, with the men. Bad mask off, mask off.
You want to stand in one side?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all looking like men, so put your hands like men. Oi.
Look at your watch or something. What is it doing?
Men.
You go closer.
Sorry. Beautiful that yeah, like that, really.
Big smiles.
Okay, we look like men, right? We look like men.
Now what?
right?
Okay, we're up. 4.
We're gone.
Let's do first just the Letterman siblings.
So just the Letterman siblings.
You do one
Just
just like
Letterman
this. I want to do it.
Okay, wait for me. So, back. Move away.
Dad,
Remind me, I don't know where we
ready?
Very good. Wow. She'd be very impressive.
She's impressive.
Okay.
No,
So just the Letterman siblings.
Dresses.
With married spouses or not?
With and then without.
With
First
and
with
without.
Shira Gavin. שבע, אליה, תניב.
מה עכשיו?
הצד השני בבקשה. טוב, מעולה.
Now you have your buttons on.
Top button.
Top button.
Top button only. Ja. Wat is het? We gaan rocks.
מה אומרים?
We go
Wait,
hands down,
Adina?
yeah? We say Shua Chevy.
Shua Chevy.
1, 2, 3, Shua Chevy.
Shua Chevy.
בוא נעשה אחד שמסתכלים עליה, לא?
כן.
And now,
Looking
just
at her.
siblings.
Can we do one looking at her?
Just looking at her.
Yeah? You have to lean in, yeah?
Now.
Thank you.
Right.
Okay, now spouse and
Rock.
family. Rock, yeah. Good. אליה יוצא. רק ענף. Gonna go on the side, go on the side.
Now the siblings.
Wait.
Come around.
First smiling, then funny face. Hands where?
Your left hand and your right in your pants pocket.
In your pants pocket.
Pence, kids, pence.
And the funny face. Last one, funny face. You ready, wait?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, wait. Say this again.
Again?
Come as close as you can. Yes. Close.
Gidon, noch mal 10, Gidon.
Okay. How's Wee-Wee, sir? She's good. It's good? Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, Chossen's dish, everyone.
קדימה, שהבית הזה. אפשר לעבור דרך פה, נכון?
You want to hold the flowers? She's on the gender.
Pretty hoping so.
Who's the gender?
Yeah, and I'm going to
One more. Thank you. Thank you. Just get everybody together.
Wow. Wonderful. That was tough. Wait, I must have a... There we go. Beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, very good. Very good. Oh, photos.
Sorry.
One second.
有镜子没有？
你做这个，然后当然有啊。
就说了。
做了，都要上去。
Just so we're clear, the name, is that like the Hebrew name, like what they call us?
No. This is your name.
Like 2 dots in between.
לחיים, מזל טוב, לחיים, לחיים.
ג'ייק, לחיים.
ג'ייק, לחיים.
מה זה לחיים?
No, I'm good.
Committed to an extra sum, which is 102 plus 180,000 shekels. And he takes full responsibility for this tuba. And he's going to pay it all.
It's the table's glass.
Yeah. we'll do the signing of the ketubah. Thank you so much. Here are your full responsibilities that you are going to take towards Adina. Right. Wedding and paying for her food and housing and are you afraid of this tequila? And everything. These are responsibilities you're taking. And the sum is written here. It's 180,000 shekels. In addition to the me'azuz, and that's a common sum, and these are the responsibilities you will be taking, and we'll do the kinyan. So you will acquire my pen, lifted 3 tvachim, and that's great, and through acquiring that, you take full responsibility and for this ketubah. Can I borrow your pen? That's okay? Thank you. Okay, so the Adim will be signing. So you sign the way you get the aliyah. So, okay, whatever, Michal Shmuel, is the way, no? Okay, so the way you get the aliyah, Ben, so-and-so, surname, family name, and that's it.
Wait.
Okay?
The way I get the aliyah, Ben,
right.
Father, and then surname?
And then surname.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so you do first the copy, so if there are mistakes, mistakes on the copy, and then we'll do the real document.
Very smart.
Yes. Also, I have a tiny taste.
Okay, well, tequila.
And that's not tiny.
Oh, I'll give you more then.
That's no.
It's really nice. You'll be ready. It's really nice. You're going to be ready for the next.
I already had a whiskey. That's my head.
We never like that before.
Yeah, really give me a tiny one.
And here,
they have in the Caribbean, right? Oh, they do. Down south in Mexico. Right.
It's actually kosher with a worm.
Really? Because it's nice and tam livgam. It depends if
it's got no tam livgam, yeah.
If it's zachar ha'ir or zachar lamidbar.
L'chaim.
Right? No?
Chaim.
Chaim. It's very nice. Tequila.
Okay.
You like some tequila, Dad?
Here you go.
Tequila.
Tequila, but I had some of the Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, the Japanese is very nice.
Does it matter that
Japanese
I
mention the
actually ate
Japanese.
that? Did I do the first one?
No, because you were not going to fill it up.
We don't mention
Oh, got it. Okay.
You don't have to. You don't have to. Again, in Chutzlas, the Chassan doesn't even sign usually. It's a Sephardi thing which the Israelis, all Israelis have adopted.
What's that? Your parents are Australian?
No, my parents are New Yorkers.
Wow, you're 8 years and got caught in the camera.
You said Ben.
If you want to give me ketchup.
Okay.
You said Ben right as I was writing Ben. I was like, oh. What am I writing? Ari, that's like Ben.
say a quick something. In the parsha we began reading this morning, in Parshat Miketz, Yosef's brothers go down to Egypt for the first time, and they find that upon having bought and receiving their grain from the then disguised Yosef, that Yosef has, that the money that they've used to buy the grain has been returned to their sacks. Why would Yosef do this? Well, it's true that this was used as a pretense to eventually imprison Shimon. The act of giving them extra grain for free was still an act of compassion toward his family. Although he understandably felt ill will toward his brothers, he still felt the need to be considerate to his closest of kin. This is one of the earlier examples of the Jewish policy of circles of ethical responsibility made famous by Rambam. In this model, family is the innermost concentric circle. Even when a famine struck the Egypt-Canaan region, Yosef continued to put his brothers first. The Gemara in Chagiga Daf He Amud Aleph talks about 5 ways of doing good in an evil way. The first is giving to a poor person in public due to the shame that it causes. The second is bringing charity to a widow at her home due to the suspicion that it arouses. And the third is sending a cut of unprepared meat without the kosher portions removed to one's spouse for Shabbat due to the risk of them improperly cutting it and consuming non-kosher meat. According to a former Ram of mine at Oraita, Rav Yitzchak Blau, these applications of charity and goodwill are worthy of criticism because they are an impartial application of halacha without considering the circumstances and context of the recipient of the goodwill in question. While learning Rambam's Hilchot De'at with Adina, which was in fact our first chavruta, I was reminded again of Rambam's consistent condemnation of the feeling of anger. And reading the first 2 prakim, I was again reminded of something that Rav Bini Friedman, one of my Roshei Yeshivot, taught, that negative feelings, but especially anger, stem from a feeling of not having our expectations met. This expectation gap is the result of an impartial application of our morals without empathy. Clearly, while we are called upon and obligated to perform the mitzvot, we must do so in an empathetic way. Synthesizing both the aforementioned episode in Parshat Miketz and the Gemara in Chagiga, we can understand that we ought to treat those closest to us with the most compassion and the most empathy, always trying to grow with them while making the utmost efforts to understand their circumstances, even when doing acts of good for them. My prayer for everyone here and watching, as well as for myself, is that we always strive to understand the circumstances of those closest to us, never letting any black and white values we have get in the way of viewing them as anything but our loved ones. Let's get married.
No, no.
When do you want the football?
You're going to eat?
I don't know. No, just do the warble.
12:45 is now.
You ready to go to the
Yeah, it starts off.
Okay, I mean, there's the the manager here.
What do you need? I can go do it. What do you need? Cup? No, capsule. Very neat. How was it? Yes, that's all I got. Wine?
Yeah, tequila?
The Patron?
Sounds very, very good.
It is. Wine?
Yeah.
So would you like some wine?
I'm good, thank you for now.
Thank you.
Oui, ils appellent ça, je crois, cherry cast finish.
Ah bon,
je crois.
En simple visite.
This is it. This is it. They're coming through here, right? Huh? They're going to come through here? Yes. They're going to come.
Give me your little pie here. You'll be our extra showman. We are.
כולם מוזמנים לבוא לחופה. Everyone is invited to come and join us at the chuppah.
Mum will say when we start.
Is there a kappa on that?
Yeah, there's a label here.
I've got to bring mine, it's fine. Okay, great. It's okay, there's a plectrum, there's a kappa, fine, so then. And there's a lead, you'll plug it in there. Okay, we're ready to start. You on? Yeah. That's what they said, I think. Yeah.
Torah, Sosan v'simcha, Chosan v'chala, Gilarina, Bitza v'chedva, Ahava v'yachava, Shalom v'reyus, Gilarina, Bitza v'chedva, Ahava v'yachava, Shalom v'reyus. Good afternoon and welcome to the wedding of Jacob Rosenbaum and Adina Letterman. We're so happy to have you all with us, whether in person or virtually. For those guests that are here physically, please switch your phones to silent mode and please take special care of yourselves and others, making sure to respect the health guidelines that enable the safety and sanctity of this event. I'm honored to call upon Mark Fine, close friend of Jake and the Rosenbaum family, to give the opening remarks.
They were the only ones. So, when I spoke with Jake and Adina to ask what tone they wanted for the chuppah, they said 70% humorous and 30% serious, which that is perfect. That's just like Jake's personality. The last time that I was privileged to speak about Jake at a major moment of transition in his life in front of families and friends was in spring 2011 at his NCSY spring banquet, and thankfully the internet was already invented. So we have quote from that speech that I'd like to share. This NCSYer started out in a chapter with big shoes to fill. Luckily, this NCSYer has big feet. As one NCSYer wrote, everyone looks up to him mostly due to his height, but also because of the example he sets for others. A soft-spoken gentleman, this NCSYer proves that one does not have to be loud to lead effectively, as long as they lead with determination and strength of purpose. And it's that second piece of that determination and strength of purpose. Because who could have known that spring what was coming next? You going to yeshiva, you going to Israel, and then the army, and then the learning, and then the investment, until finally arriving here. And who could have known that across the world, Adina was going on a similar journey. Also growing up in a community where it meant something to hold on to tradition. And while she might be able to hold on to traditions, those learnings, and make that same decision, not to leave somewhere, but to go towards something, to go toward a vision, to go toward a country, to go to what could be. And when we speak about Lech Lecha, about leaving a land, leaving a homeland, leaving a family, El Haaretz, to the land. And you never know what's going to happen once you get there. But here we are. Here we are. And Lech Lecha could also mean to go to yourself. In this case, not just to your ideal self, but also to your idealized self. And both of you went on this journey. As you mentioned, learning Hilchos Deos, that Chavrusa serving as a basis of a relationship. The fact that it was the notes in your Siddur that are now inspiring him when it comes to his own prayer. That at meals together, sometimes it seems as if the two of you are speaking in your own special language, both literally and metaphorically. There's a gentleness, there's a communication, there's a belief. And as you're now in this Aretz, as you establish your own home, and as you establish your own family, it's on the basis of the families that are here, the families that are at home. And we have no doubt that those values that got you to where you are now are going to be the values of caring, of family, of Torah, and of faith as you build your own special and unique home together.
I don't
Thank you, Mark. Dina, there are so many people that are watching us right now that we would have loved and been honored to have joined us. To the Rosenbaum, Rockwood, Gao, and Bai families, we miss you all and hope to see you at future Smachot.
感谢各位来这个高一晨和 Jake 的婚礼啊，不管是我们现在的还是线下的，感谢各位来宾。
We especially miss Dapa, Bubby, and Adina's paternal grandparents, although we are sure that they are proud of and overjoyed for the two of you.
在这里呢，我们仍然的悼念我们新郎的爷爷和他的外婆，以及高一晨的爷爷和奶奶啊，我们也很希望他们能在此时此刻看着这对新人。
I would like to kindly invite Rav Eli Lewis, the Masader Kedushin, to say a few words.
我们在这里隆重邀请拉比在这里给新人一对祝福。
So that's my name in Chinese. That's nice to know. Mazal Tov, everyone, family, friends. Kon Shi Ni Man, which means Mazal Tov in our secret language, which only a few can understand, but Lech Lecha was mentioned. It's hard to find a better place and more beautiful scenery to have a chuppah. Lech Lecha, where Avraham Avinu was walking 3,300 years ago, 3,400 years ago, he was walking these grounds, literally these grounds behind us, with his flock and family. Nevertheless, Yevanim nikbetzu alai azai b'imei chashmanim. It was exactly 2,182 years ago where the Greek army was here, literally on these grounds behind us. There was 120,000 infantry. There were 30,000 horses. There were close to 50 elephants roaming these lands. They came down from Karmei Tzur area. They were walking here. Yehuda Maccabi came from Yerushalayim, walking over there through Neve Daniel and Elazar, and he camped near Elazar in a place called Beit Zechariah, just between Elazar and Rosh Tzurim, right here. And the Greeks have lost 4 battles to Yehuda Maccabi, and they were not planning to lose another one. They sent Lysias with this giant army. Some of his soldiers went over there so Yehuda can see them. The majority of them went literally down over here, towards Beit Lechem, and surrounded just here next to Neve Daniel, going down past Elazar, meeting Yehuda Maccabi right over there. That was a tough battle for Yehuda Maccabi and the Chashmonaim. They've lost that battle. That was the first battle we've lost. Elazar tries desperately to change the situation, and he goes to the elephant where Lysias was supposed to be on, and he commits suicide, killing the elephant, hoping killing Lysias on top. Unfortunately, he wasn't on that elephant. Elazar died, and that's Elazar, which is right over here. All that happened because they wanted to stop Yehuda and the Jewish people from establishing an independent, free Jewish state with freedom of religion and practice. Vayomer Paro el Yosef, from Parashat Shavua. Chalom chalamti ufoter einoto, ואני שמעתי עליך לאמור תשמע חלום לפתור אותו. Interesting, ואני שמעתי עליך לאמור תשמע חלום in Gematria is 2,182, the exact amount of years which passed since that day till this very day, where we have a Jewish state and its capital is Yerushalayim. And in a place where Jewish blood was shed, there's Elazar and Efrat and Alon Shvut and Neve Daniel and Rosh Tzurim. And an amazing couple, a chatan which Shamati alecha lemor tishma chalom. There's an ability to listen to dreams. And you have that ability. Lishmoa chalom, to be able to understand, to listen and live the dream of coming to Eretz Israel and studying in yeshiva, the dream of following your heart and studying Asian history and culture, the dream of making aliyah, and Adina. It's hard to find someone who's more living her dream than you were. From the furthest of places. If you would tell any of the soldiers who were here that, you know, in 2,182 years there will be Chinese who would convert into Judaism because they would want to be Jewish out of free will, they would just laugh at it. It won't be possible, but it is. And Shamati lemo tishma chalom. So both of you living the dream and becoming part of Jewish history. For Chanukah, celebrating that victory, we light a candle. A candle is a tiny little contribution of making lights. No giant projectors, no huge beacons, a tiny little light. Because one tiny little light and another is what helped us survive and arrive to this day. And it's beautiful that you two are lighting your own private little light among many other lights of the Jewish people. And celebrating the victory. And Jewish blood was shed for those over 2,000 years. By the Crusades and by almost every nation throughout the Jewish history, and more than any other time by the Germans just a generation ago, 2 generations ago. And you, Jake, carrying names of grandparents who had suffered from or knew the suffering of the German people, standing here with Adina and again making your dreams come true. So really Mazal Tov to you and your beautiful families here and far. I usually try to juggle the microphone, a cup of wine, and the brachot, and now I need an extra hand to hold my kippah, so I'll try to work this out. You can move, yeah, I can move one step forward. You'll hold the microphone, I'll hold my kippah. That's it. I'll be Yotzi, you two, okay? So you're Mechaven. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על האריות ואסר לנו את הארוסות והתיר לנו את הנשואות לנו על ידי חופה וקידושין. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש עמו ישראל על ידי חופה וקידושין. The Adim are invited to the chuppah, under the chuppah. So you're going to tell them that you are my Adim and only you are?
You are my Adim and only you are?
Okay, great. I wish my kids would do everything I say like that. Okay.
Do I say it before I put on or after?
You say it before you put on. And that's the. I'll take the box. You don't need it anymore. Here you go.
Jan, hold the mic.
Sure. הרי את מקודשת לי בטבעת זו, כדת משה וישראל.
מקודשת. Usually Khatanim find their new talit for the chuppah. You have even more special one. The talit of your grandfather who passed away just last summer. He is here in spirit, and I'm sure he will appreciate your talit, you wearing his talit as well.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להתעטף בציצית.
Since Jake and Adina, you have a few new things on you. I'm sure you've got new shoes and tie and jacket and suit, whatever, and you've got a new ring I've seen. I think we should be saying the bracha shehechianu on the new things you have, but mainly I want you to have in mind the fact that you found each other and getting married, and also I think you should have in mind your parents, because they're happy as well for shehechianu v'kiyimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh, being here, standing here with you. So have all that in mind, and both of you can say this bracha over here.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
I would like to invite Yoni Letterman, adoptive brother of Adina, to read from the Ketubah.
Mazal tov. Very special. Yeah, I might say, you all know that Adina helped us build the stairway you came down behind. So it's really, it's been a real sister, and hopefully it will stay that way for a long time. בשני בשבת, 28 יום לחודש כסלו, בשני בשבת 28 יום לחודש כסלו, שנת 5781 לבריאת עולם, למניין שאנו מונין כאן אפרת. אנן צהדי, איך החתן יעקב יצחק איין בן מתתיהו אדם למשפחת רוזנבאום, אמר להדה גיורתא, מרת עדינה בת אברהם אבינו עליו השלום, הווי לי לאינטו כדת משה וישראל. ואנה במימרא ובסייעתא דשמיא אפלח ואוקיר ואיזון ואפרנס יתיחי כהלכות גוברין יהודאין תפלחין ומוקירין וזנין ומפרנסין ית נשהון בקושטה. באמת, באמונה ובנאמנות. כי אהבה בלי מחויבות איננה אהבה. ואפרנס יתיחי כהלכות גוברעין, סליחה, ויהבנה ליחי כסף זוזי 100, תחזי ליחי ומזונייכי וכסותייכי וסיפוקייכי ומי על לבטיכי כאורח כל ערה. So Jake is committed to feed and to take care of Adina in the way which Chazal indoctrine for all Jewish weddings. Utzviat, and this is the bit where Weiwei says that you agree. Do you agree? You accept, good. Utzviat marat Adina gior tada v'havat leil intu. And now you agree to be Jake's wife. V'kibel alav hachatan הנדוניה דהנעלת לי עם התוספת דהוסיף לה מדילי כנהוג. סך הכל כתוב תדה, הנדוניה והתוספת עולים לסך מסוים ועוד סך מסוים שקלים חדשים. וכך אמר יעקב יצחק עיין, חתן דנן, אחריות שטר כתוב תדה ונדוניה דן ותוסף תדה, קבלית עלי ועל ירתאי בתראי להתפרה מכל שפר ארג נכסין וקניינין דאית לי תחות כל שמיה דקנאי ודעתיד אנה למקנה. נכסין דאית להון אחריות ודלית להון אחריות, כול הון יהון אחראין וערבעין, לפרוע מן הון, שטר כתוב תדה, דדוניה דין ותוסף תדה, ואפילו מן גלימה דעל כתפי. בחיי ובתר חיי מן יומא דנן ולעולם. והאחריות וחומר שטר כתוב תדה, ונדון ידן ותוסף תדה, קיבל עליו יעקב יצחק עיין חתן דנן כחומר כל שטרי כתובות ותוספות תנהגין בבנות ישראל העשוין כתיקון חז"ל, דלא כאסמכתא ולא כתופסי דשטרי בפיסול עדים ובביטול מודעות. וקנינה מן יעקב יצחק עיין בן מתתיהו אדם למשפחת רוזנבאום חתן דנן כל למרת אדינה בת אברהם אבינו עליו השלום גיור תדה על כל מה דכתיב ומפרש לאל במנה דכשר למקניה בי, והכל שריר ובריר וקיים. נאום מרדכי שמואל בן אהרון דוד הלוי ברנר עד, נאום גדעון בן בנימין זסלו עד. גם אני החתן מודה על כל הנ"ל, ובאתי על החתום יום הנ"ל יעקב יצחק בן מתתיהו אדם. מזל טוב.
הרי זו כתובתך.
That's not to be used.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagefen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol bara lichvodo.
Mechuba with the third bracha, Grandpa Alfie, adoptive grandfather of Adina.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם יוצא האדם.
Mechuba with the fourth bracha, Avi Losek, close cousin of the Rosenbaums and Rockwoods. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et ha'adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem demut tavnito v'hitkim lo mimeno b'nyana deyad Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer Hadam.
Amen.
Mechubar with the fifth bracha, Papa Joe, adoptive grandfather of Adina.
Sostasis Vesagela Kara Mikibutz Paneha Lesacha Basimecha Baruch Atah Adonai Mesameach Zion Bevoneha.
Mechubar with the sixth bracha, Zach Holtzman, close friend of Jake.
שמח תשמח רעים האהובים, כי שמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה.
Mechubar with the seventh bracha, Robert Letterman, adopted father of Adina.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hashem bara sason v'simcha chason v'chala kilarina titzamech edava ahava v'achava v'shalom v'reyus me'ayir Adina Eloheinu Yishama Piyarei Yehuda Uvechutzos Yerushalayim. Sason v'kol simcha kol chason v'kol kala
חסונים מחופשים ונערים ממשלי נגינתם ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חסון עם הכלה.
We would like to invite everyone to sing Im Eshkachech. While singing, please keep in mind our constant desire to see Jerusalem fully rebuilt and for the redemption to arrive.
אשכחך ירושלים, תשכח ימיני, תדבק לשוני, הולך איתי, אם לא אזכרכי. אם אשכחך ירושלים, תשכח ימיני, תדבק לשוני, הולך איתי, אם לא אזכרכי. אם לא
אם אשכחך ירושלים תשכח ימיני, תדבק לשוני לחיקי, אם לא אזכרכי, אם לא אעלה את ירושלים על ראש שמחתי.
בריק אותי לכם ברכה, עד בלי די, עד בלי די, עד בלי די, עד בלי די, 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 די. אותי לכם ברכה, עד בלי די, בלי די, עד בלי די. בריק אותי לכם ברכה, עד בלי די, עד בלי די, עד בלי די, אביא לכם ברכה עד בלי די, עד בלי די, עד בלי די, עד בלי די, 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 עד שיבלו שפתותיכם מי לא אומר די, 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 עד שיבלו שפתותיכם מי לא אומר די, די. די 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 ויאסיס עלייך אלוקייך עם סוס חתן על כלה יאסיס עלייך אלוקייך עם סוס חתן על כלה איי 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 יאסיס יאסיס עלייך יאסיס עלייך אלוקייך